Now, the NBA is a league that for majority of its existence been dominated by big men. With the league possessing some of the most athletic top people in the world, it shouldn't be a surprise to why they were able to dominate and terrorize the league for so long. Now, the way big men used to run the league, due to their physical gifts such as their height, can be compared to the way Titans run the AOT world. In this video, I'll be giving an NBA player a Titan based on the way they play and dominate the league. Now, if you want to take part in these comparisons, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And if you like these type of videos, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post. Compared to the rest of the Titans in the show, the Jaw Titan wasn't nearly as big as the others, but it more than made up for the lack of his size with its insane speed, agility, and pretty much overall mobility. With its ability to move at high speeds, it was difficult for anyone to really evade its attacks. Its advantage to be more agile than the other Titans made it one of the hardest Titans to fight against, especially due to the fact that depending on the environment, it could be pretty hard to keep track of its movements. And to make things worse, the Jaw Titan possessed the greatest crushing and biting strength out of all the other Titans in the show. So with its unique skill set, what other big fits the Jaw Titan more than Hakeem Olajuwon? Now, Hakeem is known for having one of the deepest bags for bigs in NBA history, and this is mainly due to the fact that much like the Jaw Titan, he was extremely mobile and good on his feet. With having experience with sports like soccer, he was able to deceive his defenders with his footwork and agility. Hakeem's mobility on the floor allowed him to pull off some impressive moves such as the Dream Shake to shake off his defenders. Now, his skill set didn't just pertain to his footwork, but also how fast he was able to move off his feet, which also allowed him to shut down many of his opponents. So due to his quick feet and unique skill set, the Jaw Titan is the perfect Titan for their dream. One of the main things that made the Armored Titan such a problem was his hardened skin around his body. Its skin was able to protect it from various attacks from other enemies, including bites, hits, and even shots from cannons. But apart from its overpowered defensive ability, its physical advantage propelled it on the offensive end as well. It was able to do a great deal of damage on pretty much any Titan due to its hard skin and brute strength. But the downside of this Titan form is that compared to some of the other 8 Titans, it wasn't as fast. Like I said before, its skill mainly relied on its strength and power. So with that being said, one of the only bigs in NBA history that clearly fits the Armored Titan is none other than Shaq. Now, if we were to talk about the most physically overwhelming player in NBA history, Shaq should definitely be a name that pops up. With his ability to have his way against any defender already speaks volumes of how formidable this man was. With Shaq being a big man whose success came off his big muscular frame, there wasn't much any defender could do to stop him from having his way. Now, the main reason the Armored Titan fits Shaq so perfectly is due to the fact that there wasn't really nothing that could really knock him off their feet. With their size being able to help them not only defensively, but also plays a huge part on the offensive end, it's hard not to give Shaq the Armored Titan. Now, the Beast Titan, unlike any other, was a Titan that displayed the most amounts of IQ and thinking ability. With this being the first Titan we see talking the show, it's easy to see that intellect-wise, the Beast Titan surpasses the other. But besides its intellect, one of its main abilities that made it so dreadful was its throwing ability. With being able to throw objects and projectiles at high speeds, it was one of the main attacks he used to take out opponents. And to make it worse, due to Zeke's throwing experience, his accuracy in this form was also another thing his opponents had to worry about. Now, another overpowered ability that the Beast Titan displayed was its control over all the other Titans. With just a scream, it was able to control and manipulate the Titans around him to make him do what it ultimately desired. So with all that being said, what better NBA big fits the Beast Titan other than Nikola Jokic? Jokic, much like the Beast Titan, is by far one of the smartest bigs in NBA history. With being one of the only center point guards in NBA history, Jokic on a nightly basis is able to display his knowledge of the game through his skills, such as his passing ability. Like I said before, the Beast Titan's main way of attacking his opponents was his accurate throwing ability, and based off the passes Jokic makes, it's hard not to find a similarity between how both of them attack their opponent. With Jokic having full control of the offense and utilizing his teammates through his passing ability and leadership could be compared to the control the Beast Titan had on other Titans. The Attack Titan, much as its name suggested, was one of the Titans who specialized in hand-to-hand combat. With being one of the best Titans on the offensive, there really wasn't any other Titan in the show who could keep up with it in terms of combat. With having probably one of the best fighting IQs in the show, it's safe to say in terms of battle IQ, it ranks the highest out of any other Titan in the show. Now, the Attack Titan is a Titan who, apart from its impressive fighting skills, was one of the Titans who always fought for freedom no matter what era. With being used as a catalyst for freedom and justice, and also being one of the best Titans for combat, what better NBA big fits the attack titan better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Now in terms of skill, Kareem is an NBA player who many consider to have one of the best offensive skill sets in the league. With developing a move such as the skyhook and also being one of the highest scoring NBA players of all time, it's safe to say on the offensive end, Kareem was one of the most unstoppable players. But the thing that really brings this comparison together was that both the attack titan and Kareem always fought on the side of justice, with Kareem being on the forefront of civil rights activists during his career. Much like the attack titan, Kareem always fought for the freedom and justice of black athletes and people. One of the first titans we were introduced to in the show was none other than the Colossal Titan. With being the tallest titan in the show, most of its ability came from its height. It was able to peek over tall walls and pretty much cause massive damage with not having to do much due to its size. Due to this, it was one of the most destructive titans in the show, with being hard to attack due to abilities like its steam emission, which made it too hot for its opponents to get close. It naturally possessed one of the best defensive abilities in the show, and despite it being about 60 meters tall, it was able to move pretty fast for its size. So one of the only bigs that perfectly fit this titan is none other than Victor Wembanyama. Now one of the main reasons why this comparison works so well is due to their size. With Wemby being one of the tallest players in NBA history and still having so much skill and ability, it's safe to say he's already one of the most dominant presence in the NBA currently. With having so much length, much like the Colossal Titan, it's not an easy task to take down, better yet contain him on both ends of the floor. Now the founding titan is stated and shown to be the first of all titans. With being the first of its kind, it possessed power over all the other titans. And also due to it being the first titan, it means every other titan in the attack world was connected and bridged to it. Now one of the main powers that it possessed was the ability to manipulate memories, which can ultimately make other titans or people believe what they want them to believe. With the founding titan possessing so many abilities that pretty much can control the fate of the world, the existence of such a thing existing in the show was pretty much in the first few seasons viewed as mythical. So what better big in NBA history fits the founding titan better than the man, the myth, and the legend, Wilt Chamberlain? Wilt Chamberlain, in my opinion, is someone I consider a godfather to all big men. With being the epitome of what you want in a big in terms of defense and dominance in the paint, Wilt Chamberlain is someone you could consider a blueprint to all dominant big men in NBA history. But much like the founding titan was able to alter memories, stories of Wilt Chamberlain's dominance have definitely had an influence in the minds of NBA fans. Some fans don't know if his legendary records are real or just a fabricated legend. But all in all, with the info we do know, if you ask any NBA fan who the most unstoppable player in the NBA was, Wilt will be a name that pops up frequently. So much like the founding titan, it's safe to say in terms of memory fabrication, Wilt has had the same effect on NBA fans who haven't actually seen him play. The card titan out of the other 8 titans is the smallest, but much like the jaw titan, due to its small frame, it's able to move at much faster speeds than the others. The card titan's role in the show wasn't really focused on attacking. Its role was mainly to help or assist the others, whether it's moving supplies, relaying important information, or completing long missions. Despite it not looking important at first, it played a key role in almost every major event in the show, and this is all due to its high endurance that it possesses. So with that being said, the perfect NBA big that fits the card titan is none other than Bill Russell. Now Bill Russell in NBA standards, much like the card titan, is pretty undersized, but despite his lack of height, Bill Russell was classified as one of the most athletic centers we've seen in NBA history due to his speed and jumping ability. With Bill Russell not being a dominant scorer like his rival Wilt, his skill set is often overlooked by many fans of the NBA. But if you evaluate his game, you see that he does many necessary things such as rebounding, defense, and even playing the role as a coach to further elevate his team. Now due to both the card titan and Bill Russell both being undersized but taking advantage of their speed and high endurance while gladly doing the dirty work for their team to win is one of the main reasons why I feel like this titan fits Bill Russell so well. Now if you like shows like Jujutsu Kaisen and want to see your favorite Jujutsu Kaisen character be compared to NBA players, feel free to check out my last video. Lastly, if you have any shorts, reels, or TikTok videos you want edited, I'm offering my service to help edit videos for a cheap price. So if you're interested in me editing your videos, check out my Fiverr link in the description. If you like these type of videos and want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. For more content, follow my TikTok and Instagram. Thank y'all for watching.